Hello, Rebecca. How are you today? Hi, Rebecca. Hello, hello. Hello, Omar. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Can you hear me? Can you hear to me?
Yes,
Can you hear
yes,
me?
yes,
Okay, very
clear.
good. Very good. So, hello, Omar. How are you today?
Okay, teacher. I'm very happy because I'm here now again.
Well, nice to see you again, boy. Welcome back. That was a great time for you to relax. Well, tell me, how were your holidays?
Yeah, teacher. I didn't have 3 days
Oh,
because I worked all the weekend. Yeah.
okay, I'm really sorry because of it, Omar. But well, did you have a short day in which you could relax at least, or you could rest?
Yeah, only yesterday because I chose this because I could rest, but I didn't because around the four years around the four years the four last years always I worked, so because I didn't have plans for this day, so I choose work 1 year
Okay,
again. So these
uh,
days these days I I pay double for me.
also you get paid double.
Yes,
Okay, that's pretty nice. Well, that's an advantage of working on vacation or on holidays, right? But do you take some free days or day off? Well, later.
mm, only a one day yesterday.
Okay, so that's pretty good.
Yes,
Well, Omar, thank you for sharing. It wasn't a holiday, well, it wasn't vacation for you, but at least you work and you earn more money. That's something good.
yes.
So thank you for
Okay.
sharing. Hello, Kevin. How are you today?
Hello, teacher.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, nice to listen to you. Tell me, how were your holidays?
Uh, a little interesting.
Or okay,
I went to the beach. I went to the park.
okay.
I
So you
go out on
okay? You really enjoyed your holidays with your family. That's pretty nice. Did you practice your English,
my
Kevin?
internet is a little low.
Oh, I'm really sorry, Kevin. But thank you for being here. Okay. Did you practice your English on holiday?
Yeah, I tried to do the lesson. I finished the 100% on the platform.
Oh, you finished.
Yes, I already finished.
Wow, congratulations, Kevin. So I'm really happy for you. Well, did you get your certificate on the platform?
No, I didn't.
Mm,
Maybe have something wrong with the website because no, no,
you didn't get the certificate.
no generate the certificate.
Okay, well, let's wait. Maybe it was because of holidays. Maybe this week you will receive it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, guys, we are going to start because, well, it's time to start, and Omar, Kevin, and Rebecca are in our class. Today, everybody, to start out, well, before we start our class, let me share with you my screen, and let's practice an interesting question, guys. Let's see. It's over there. Well, guys, today let's practice the following question. Tell me, what do you enjoy doing when traveling? For example, guys, I don't know, but in my opinion, guys, when I travel, I enjoy, give me a second, everybody. I'm having problems with this. So guys, when I travel, I enjoy taking a lot of pictures to me and my family. And sometimes I really like learning about new cultures. If I go to small villages, I like to know about their culture. So tell me about you guys. What do you enjoy? What do you enjoy doing when you travel? Tell me, Omar, what do you enjoy doing?
Yeah, teacher, I really love and enjoy doing spend time with my friends because I didn't had time. So it's very important for me spend time with my friends because I really I don't have some time so much with 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 us with my friends.
Yeah. How often do you see your friends?
Sorry, teacher, I can't hear you.
Oh, how often do you see your friends?
Yeah, maybe only the weekends and one week, yes, or the next 2 weeks. Uh, maybe it's not frequently. So
Okay,
because I really love and I enjoying spend the time with my friends when when
okay, I
I
got
when
it.
I see when I see you. Yeah.
Okay, I got it, Omar. Well, that's something bad, right? That you cannot see them very often. So we could say that maybe you rarely see your friends, but it's good, okay? Well, try to enjoy your time with them. Anytime you can go out with them, so try to enjoy and to spend to spend a good time. What about you, Kevin? What do you enjoy doing when you travel?
Well, I enjoy eat traditional food or other type or other taste of food.
Well, that's a delicious activity. You try traditional food. Well, I have a question, Kevin. Do you prefer Salvadorian food or do you try to eat something different?
I like to try something different, like Mexican food, and well, mm, commonly, I guess, or normally, I eat Mexican food,
Okay.
something like mango on the beach or cocktail at the beach. That is not so frequently I eat. Normally
Okay, I got it. Kevin, so thank you for sharing. That's something really good. So you go to some specific places and you go and try their food because I could say that if you want to eat Salvadorian food, you can eat everywhere. Also, Mexican food you can eat in different places. But if you go, for example, as Kevin mentioned, if you go to the beach, it's good for you to try it or to eat seafood. So that's the common thing, right? That you eat seafood if you go to the beach. Or as Kevin mentioned, if you go to the beach, so you can also eat mangoes or some other fruits like coconut or mango. Very good. Thank you, Kevin, for sharing. Hello, Rebecca. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Sorry
How are
for don't answer before, but I
Oh,
had some problem.
oh, but don't worry, okay, Rebecca. The important thing is that you are here with us in this class. So tell me, Rebecca, what do you enjoy doing when traveling?
Eh, for the kind of places that I like visited, I enjoy see the landscape. I love see the trees, the flowers, the mountain, or all the landscape in the camino,
Oh, in the way or
in
on
the
the
way,
way?
yes,
On the
on the way,
way.
yes.
Yeah,
And
okay.
I really love coffee, so then I like to go a place and take coffee and a delicious dessert.
Okay, that's amazing. So you also, as Kevin mentioned, you also enjoy eating. That's really nice. Okay, this is well, that's a common activity that we can do when we are traveling or we go to new places. And well, Rebecca, that's amazing that you enjoy coffee. Okay, so it's really delicious. Well, guys, thank you for sharing some of your activities that you like doing. I'm really happy, guys, that any of you mentioned that you like to be on your cell phone or to chat on your cell phone while you are traveling, because I could mention that that's a common activity that you can do at home. So that's why it's better if you enjoy the people you are with and also the different activities that you can do in the places you visit. Well, guys, after practicing this, let's get into our topic. Today, everybody, we are talking about modal verbs. As you remember, before holidays, we talk about uh, some modal verbs. We practice the advices, how to give advice. We also practice obligation, and we'll also practice prohibition. But in this opportunity, guys, we have some other structures that we can use to talk about permission, obligation, and prohibition. Please, Omar, read what are the permission modal verbs.
Okay, teacher, permissions, authorization can be allowed to.
Very good. Well, this is a kind of definition or a synonym, guys, of the word or the kind of modal verb. So if we are talking about permission modal verbs, so we are talking about authorization. So something that you have authorization to do. Okay. Now, help me, Rebecca, with the obligation.
Obligation is something you must do. For example, have to and have got to.
Thank you. Now, Kevin, help me with prohibition.
Prohibition, restriction can be not allowed.
Very good. As you see, in permission and prohibition, guys, we have the same auxiliaries. What is the only difference that we have? The difference, everybody, in this case, is that we are using it, or we in permission, we use the structures in affirmative form, but in prohibition, of course, we use it in negative. Okay, guys, let's move on and pay attention to the first part. Everybody, let's talk about permission. Remember, permission, it's a synonym of authorization. If you have authorization to do something, guys, so you can do it. Pay attention to our examples. Please, Omar, help me reading the first structure, can.
Sure, teacher. Modal verbs, permission. Can plus verb in base form. And the example is, we can eat and drink something at the cinema.
Very good. Thank you for reading, Omar. As you can see, everybody, well, you already know the structure of can, so you know how to create a sentence using can. Because we learned can, we learned can, everybody, to talk about abilities. In this opportunity, guys, we are not talking about abilities, but we are talking about permission or the possibility to do something. For example, as you read in the sentence, we can eat and drink something at the cinema. So we have permission, of course, at the cinema, guys, you have permission to eat. Even if you want, and if you had money, if you had money, everybody, you can go and buy popcorn, nachos, you can go and buy a hot dog and soda. Okay, so you can eat over there, guys. There is a permission, there is an authorization to do it. Okay, but what happened if I go to the theater? What do you think, Rebecca? Can I eat at the theater?
For my experience, I think we can't.
Oh, it's not possible, right? So at the theater, guys, it's not possible to eat, or you cannot go to the rooms, to the rooms and eat over there. It's not possible, guys. Even if you go with your school or high school, so it's not possible, okay? So it's not allowed, okay?
I think, teacher, so maybe we can eat a candy, for
Oh
example.
yes, maybe candies. I'm not pretty sure. I don't remember. But okay, in this case, you cannot go and have a hot
Yes.
dog at the theater, right? Or you cannot go and drink, I don't know, a coffee at the theater. So you have to respect the rules that they have in this case. So they don't have permission at the theater, but at the cinema, yes. And in
Yes.
some other places, right? Now, pay attention to our next structure. Be allowed to. Be allowed to. Please, Kevin, help me reading the second part. Be allowed to.
Okay. You are allowed to take pictures in some museums.
Thank you. And as you see, guys, the structure is the same. With all these modal verbs and semi-modal verbs that we are going to study today, we always use the verbs in base form, okay? Remember that part. With all the modal verbs that we are studying in this opportunity, we use the verb in base form. As you see, guys, be allowed to, it's a synonym of have permission, permitted, or be permitted to do something, okay? Be permitted to. It's another word or another verb that we can use, everybody, to talk about permissions that we have. In this case, you are allowed to take pictures in some museums. Not all museums have that rule, but in some museums, guys, it's possible. Well, I remember there is an art gallery at Cuscatlan Park. And over there, guys, it's an art gallery, of course, but you can take pictures. You can take pictures. In some other places, guys, you can't. Okay? Here in El Salvador, I guess you can take pictures in most of them, in most of the museums. I think at Museo Marte, you can't. I think, but I'm not pretty sure. So in that case, everybody, so you have to respect the rules that these places have. Rebecca?
In the Museum Marte, you can take pictures.
Is that possible?
Yes, I did it.
Oh, okay. I'm not pretty sure because I went there, I don't remember, around 10 years ago. I don't remember very well. But okay, so you are permitted to do it. Remember, if we use can in affirmative, and if we use be allowed to, remember that we are talking about permissions. We are talking about authorizations that we have. Okay? Guys, pay attention to it. Okay, something that I remember to mention. It's that, remember that in the structure we have be allowed to. In this case, everybody, we use the verb be according to the subject, okay? If we are using everybody, well, if in this case we are using you, so the correct verb to be for you is are. If we are talking about I, remember that the correct verb to be is am. If we are talking about she, remember that the correct verb is. Okay, so remember the verb to be is always according to the subject. Okay, even though in the structure we use be in base form, okay, we have to use it in the correct form according to the subject. Okay, let's continue right now, everybody. Remember, these are the subjects, sorry, these are the modal verbs that we use for permissions. Now, everybody, let's talk about obligation. This is not very difficult, guys, but we will stop a little moment. Please, guys, pay attention to Rebecca. Okay, Rebecca, please read the first example about have to.
They have to speak quietly in the library.
Good pronunciation, Rebecca. Well, guys, as you see, remember, well, first of all, guys, remember how to use have to. We always use have to, guys, for obligations. Things that you have to do. Things that are mandatory. You don't have any other option, guys. So you have to do it or you have to do it. No more options, okay? Only yes or yes. Well, guys, as you see, you cannot speak loudly at the library. You always have to speak quietly, okay? Anytime you are at the library, if you are with your friends, you cannot shout, you cannot scream. You can only speak quietly in a low tone of voice or in a normal tone of voice, okay? But not very loud, in a normal or low tone of voice. Well, as I mentioned, guys, this is mandatory. So you have to do it. You don't have any other option. So you speak quietly, guys, or you will be punished by the librarian, okay? Then we have got to. Please, Kevin, read have got to.
Okay. I have got to wear a swimming suit in a water park.
Thank you. Guys, this is another thing that you have to do. Well, in most of the water parks, in the rules, you can read that they say that you have to wear a swimsuit in a water park. In this case, since it is written, it should say you must, but they are not in Spanish, right? So as you can see, everybody, have got to have the same meaning as have to. They are the same, okay? They are the same, everybody. There is no a big difference between have to and have got to. What is the main difference? Well, the main differences, everybody, are that have to is more common to be used in US, okay? The United States of America. And have got to, guys, is more common to be used in the UK, in the United Kingdom, okay? So in American English, we generally say have to. In British English, we generally say have got to, okay? Another difference, guys, that you can mention at the moment of using have got to or have to is that have got, everybody, is more common for necessary things. So it's necessary. Of course, it's an obligation, but it's also necessary, okay? So in that context, everybody, as you see, have to and have got to, they have the same meaning. The only difference is that they have, everybody, is that have to is more likely for American English, and have got to is more likely for British English. And also, guys, have got to, it's more common to be used for necessary obligations, okay? Something that it's mandatory, but it's also necessary. So, well, in this case, everybody, as you see, I have got to wear a swimsuit in a water park. Why do we use it for, or we say that this is necessary, guys? Because in some pools, in some swimming pools, I don't know, guys, but the kind of clothes that you wear is important because of, I don't remember why, guys, but it's because of the water and the chemicals that water have. Okay. Now remember, these two modal verbs are the same. The only differences, guys, British English, American English, and necessary obligations. Okay. Now, guys, let's move on to our last part. And it's about the prohibitions. This is easy, guys, because as you remember, prohibitions, guys, are things that you don't have to do. Things, let's remember the synonym, guys. Pay attention to the synonym. Are all the restrictions that you can see everywhere. So if you go to different places, if you go to any place, guys, you will find that they have these kind of prohibitions, these kind of restrictions. Pay attention to the first example. Please, Omar, read the example about can't.
Okay, teacher. Uh, you can smoke in many public places.
Nice job. Okay. As you know, guys, this is a restriction that you have. For example, in some restaurants, guys, in some universities, it's not allowed to smoke. Okay, or you can't smoke. They have restrictions. There are laws. There are rules that say that you can't do it. Okay, even though you have some cigarettes with you, and if you had fire, but it's not correct to do it. So you can have a sanction if you do it, in case you do it. Okay, so as you can see over here, this is a restriction. You can smoke in many public places. Then, guys, we have the next structure, and it's about be allowed to, but in negative. Please, Rebecca, help me reading be not allowed to.
We are not allowed to take our pet to the mall.
Thank you. Well, as you see, everybody, most of the malls are not, well, you are not allowed to take animals, any kind of animals to the malls, everybody. In some malls here in El Salvador. Some others, guys, they have, well, they are pet friendly, so you can take your pet over there. But not all of the malls. Well, as you see, we apply the same rule, the same information that I already shared with you. And it's about, everybody, the use of the verb to be. As you can see, everybody, we also use the verb to be according to the subject. So if we are using I, remember the verb to be is am. If we are using he, the verb to be is, of course. And if we are using we, you, or they, the verb to be is are. The only thing that is different from the permissions, everybody, is that we use the negative form. We are not or we aren't allowed to. He is not or he isn't allowed to. I am not or I am not or I'm not allowed to. Okay? In those cases, guys, we respect the verb to be and the conjugation with the subject. Guys, by the way, I forgot to mention this. As you see in these examples, we have or we use have to and have got to. Well, guys, let me tell you that with have to and have got to, you have to respect the rules of third person. So what does it mean? That means, everybody, that if you are talking about she, he, or it, you have to use has or has got to, okay? You have to respect this, everybody. So if we are talking about I, you, we, and they, so in that case, guys, we use have to and have got to. But if we use, or if we are talking about he, she, and it, we apply the rule for third person, okay? Remember that information, guys, because it's also important, and because, everybody, we can use the grammar in the correct way when practicing, okay? Remember, guys, these are the prohibitions, the restrictions that exist in some places. So if you want to mention a prohibition, remember to use can't or to use be not allowed to. If you are talking about obligations, remember have to or have got to. So it's not very difficult. Then if you are talking about permissions, you can use, everybody, these structures, but in affirmative form, not in negative. Can and be allowed to. And that's it. No more, everybody. As you remember, guys, there are more modal verbs. But if we are talking about permission, guys, it's more common that we use can, be allowed to, and in some cases, guys, may. May I go to the bathroom, for example? So may, okay? Then, guys, when we are talking about obligation, remember that have to, have got to, and also in some cases, guys, must is possible. And then we have, everybody, for prohibitions. Prohibitions, guys, it's more common to use can't and be not allowed to, okay? And that's it. Now, guys, well, now that we already checked all the grammar, well, give me a second. Well, guys, just to review this information. Okay, so take notes of this chart, of this box that you can see. Well, I will send you the presentation, but try to take notes of this, everybody, because as you remember, this is the base of all the examples that we have today. So remember the permission list of modal verbs, the obligation list of modal verbs, and the prohibition that you have, the prohibition list of modal verbs. Now, guys, that we already practiced this, let's pay attention to our next example. Please, guys, pay attention to our next practice. Right now, everybody, we are going to choose what's the correct modal verb that we have to use. As you see, we have modal verbs of permission, obligation, and prohibition. Choose the correct modal. Okay, everybody, let's check the sentences. Read the sentences and choose the best modal. Okay, pay attention to them. All of the sentences, guys, have two options. You only have to choose the correct one. Remember, the uses of a can or can't, have to or have got to. Even, guys, remember the correct way of using allowed to, or sorry, be allowed to and be not allowed to. Okay, please, guys, let's take 30 seconds to check the sentences. Everybody, read the sentences and choose what is the correct form. Well, guys, let's check together our sentences. Tell me, Omar, what do you think is example number 1?
Yeah. The example number 1, teacher, is teachers. Yeah, teachers don't have to wear ties.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Omar. That's pretty nice. What about Rebecca? Tell me example number 2. What is the correct sentence?
Students have to study.
Well done. Excellent sentence. Thank you. Kevin, what do you think? Example number 3.
Students mustn't have no mustn't copy exam answer.
From others. Very good. Okay, that's a great sentence. And of course, is correct. They mustn't do it. Okay, Rebecca, help me with example 4. What do you think is the correct sentence?
Students can take extra classes if they like.
Amazing. Thank you. Great answer. So let's continue. Tell me, Omar, what is example number 5?
Yeah, teacher, students must show respect to others.
Of course. Well done. Okay, that's a great sentence. Kevin, help me with example 6.
Students students need to study a second form.
Okay, this is kind of difficult. Okay, this is kind of confusing, but needn't, it's a good option. Well, the sentence is not true. Okay, the sentence is not true, but I could say that it's a more logical answer. Students needn't, it's more logical than can't, because you cannot make restrictions to students to study something else or something different, right? So there shouldn't be any restriction about that. But needn't, it could be. Okay, very good. Now, please, Rebecca, help me with example 7. What is the correct sentence?
teacher mustn't drink coffee during class.
Come on, I could say that teacher must. But yes, okay, great example, Rebecca. Thank you for that. Kevin, help me with example 8.
Yeah. There is no sitting chart, so a student can sit where they like.
Very good. So they have permission. Very good job. Thank you. Omar, help me with example 9.
Yeah, teacher. So teachers must come to class prepared.
Of course, that's correct. They must come to class prepared. Well done. Thank you. Now example 10, everybody. Let's do it together. Students have to go barefoot in school. So no shoes, everybody. No shoes, no flip-flops, anything. So barefoot. That is barefoot, everybody. So, or they can't go barefoot in school. What do you think? Kevin, what is your opinion? Have to or can't?
What is the meaning of barefoot?
Barefoot is with no shoes.
Oh,
So what do you think, Kevin? Have to or can't?
I think it's can.
Can't. Okay. Omar, what do you think? Have to or can't?
Yeah, teacher, of course, is can't.
Can't. Okay, because of logic, it's can't. Okay, Rebecca, do you think the same, have to, or do you think that is have to?
I think is can't.
Can't. Yes, guys, it's more logic. Okay, more logical. So, guys, let's finish with this activity. Check the answers. And guys, congratulations, you got 10 out of 10. So claps for you. Okay, we are using, guys, the modal verbs in that correct form. Remember, guys, continue practicing. And remember, okay, well, in this case, guys, if you haven't finished with activities on the platform, so you can practice at the platform. If you finished, so in that case, guys, try to look for modal verbs of obligation, permission, and prohibition on the internet, guys, so that you can practice more. Guys, let's go to our last practice before we go. So just give me a second, everybody. Okay. Oops. What happened? Well, guys, in this opportunity, you have to put the sentences in order. Okay, so you will see some sentences, as you know, guys, and you have to write them in order. Let's pay attention to it, okay? Use phone you can't, your. Tell me, please, Omar, what do you think is the correct sentence?
Yeah, yeah, teacher, the first is you. The second one is you can't. You can't. You can use your phone.
Okay, nice. You can't use your phone. Pretty good. Okay, perfecto. That was great. Thank you. Please, Kevin, tell me the next sentence. This one it's kind of difficult, but you can do it, okay? They even must in throw rubbish the. What do you think, Kevin?
You must throw the rubbish in the bin.
You must throw the rubbish in the bin. Well done. Okay, that's correct. Okay, well done. Thank you, Kevin. Help me. Oh, this one, it's too easy, Rebecca. But tell me, what is the correct sentence?
I don't know, teacher. Don't take photos.
Pretty good. Remember, guys, this is a restriction. Well, this is a prohibition, but this is about the imperatives. Remember, the imperatives, guys, are commands that we give to people, okay? So stand up, sit down, don't take photos, okay? These are related to prohibitions, but these are not modal verbs, right? Very good. Don't take photos. Perfecto. Let's continue with number 4. Okay, Rebecca. Number four is for you. Okay, so the last one was pretty easy. Tell me, in your river swim can't this.
You can't swim in this river.
Oops, I'm sorry. You can't swim in this river. Pretty good. Okay, so you did it, Rebecca. That's for you. Thank you. Okay, Kevin, tell me the next sentence. Wear a belt seat, you have to. You to have, I'm sorry.
Mm. You have to wear a belt seat.
Okay, thank you. You have to wear a belt, a belt seat. Oh, a belt seat? A seat belt.
Uh,
Okay, don't worry.
it's
It is
wrong.
kind of confusing, but
It's
you did it. Okay, thank you, Kevin. Let's see, Omar, tell me, what is this sentence? Too difficult.
You have to be silent.
Okay, very good. You have to be silent. Excellent. Good pronunciation. Let's move on, everybody. We have more examples. So your hand, you to have raised. Tell me, Kevin, what is the correct sentence?
Mm, mm, you have to raise your hand.
Okay, you have to raise hand. Amazing. Thank you, Kevin. It was, tell me, okay, Omar, what is the correct sentence?
Yeah, don't shout in class.
Okay, very good. Just remember, shout. Don't shout. Very good. Don't shout in class. Okay, very important to remember. Rebecca, what is the correct sentence?
You must wear a face mask.
You must wear face mask. Amazing. Right. Well done. Everybody, let's check our last example. Our volunteer for this sentence, it's going to be Kevin, okay? Kevin, tell me, you can't desk right on. What is the correct sentence?
You can write on the desk.
you can't write on the desk. Congratulate all of you guys. I have to tell you guys that you got it really well. And also, guys, I know that you will practice and you will continue doing an amazing job with this. Guys, I just want to remind you some important information. First of all, guys, remember that this is our last week of level intermediate 2, okay? This is the last week. That means, everybody, that you have to finish, let me see, that you have to finish 100% at least on Friday, everybody, to get your certificate. Kevin already finished with all the activities from the platform. I don't know why you don't have your certificate, but in case you don't receive it in these days, I will, well, I will see what happened, okay? And I will let you know, okay, Kevin? If you don't receive your certificate in this week, so I will let you know for you to have your certificate soon, okay? Then, guys, if you
Okay.
have finished with your activities from the platform, please try to work on it. So everybody, for today, try to work on the following activities. Give me a second.
Yeah, I finished too the exercise on the platform, teacher,
Oh,
and
all the activities?
yes, I didn't have the certificate. I think because it's
Because
holiday.
yeah, that could it could be okay. Maybe it was because we were on holiday, so that's why you didn't receive your certificate. But in
Yeah,
case you don't receive it on, I don't know, on Wednesday, maybe, I will ask, okay? I will ask to my coordinator and I will let you know what happened, right?
yeah.
So guys,
I one thing more, teacher.
yeah,
In the test, in the in the final test, in exercise, let me see. One, no, in the exercise 11 or 12 maybe, the audio is not available. So I tried it and so the audio is not available. This is the point.
okay, I will let my coordinator know about that situation because I could see that in all exams the audio is not available because in exam unit 1, 2, the exam from from units 1 and 2 it wasn't available. In units 3 and 4 it wasn't available, and in the last exam, which is from unit 1 to 5, well, you mentioned that it wasn't available. So I will let my coordinator know, and we will see what can we do to fix it. Okay.
Okay, teacher, I did it is so I paced the exam. So the point is the audio is not available
Yeah,
for another.
yeah. For the ones that haven't finished with the activities, right? Rebecca, I have a question. How are you doing with activities from the platform?
I'm I'm on 77%
Okay,
of
so you
months.
okay, but you have a great percentage of it. Okay, so you can continue working on the platform, okay? Guys, as you see, the activities that we have, at least for today, are 5.0. It's the start of the unit, okay? And then we can move to 5.1, 5.2, and well, we finish everybody in 5.3.1. In this part, everybody, well, let me see. In this part, 5.2 and 5.2.1, you will see everybody well, the grammar that we will study tomorrow. And in this last part, modals and grammar 5.3 and 5.3.1, you will see, everybody, the grammar that we studied today. I don't know why, guys, but the grammar is kind of in a different order in the platform, but we will study it in this way, everybody, because there are some things that are easier than some others. So it's better if we study one topic first and then the other. So everybody, that's all for today. Please continue practicing. If you finish with all the activities from the platform, first of all, guys, congratulations. If you haven't finished, try to work on it, okay? And if you finish with activities from the platform, guys, remember, try to look on the internet for some other practices. Why, everybody? To practice a little bit more and to clear up your knowledge, okay? So if you have some ideas, if you have some topics that are difficult for you, so try to practice a little bit more and you will work better with them, okay? Everybody, it was a pleasure to see you and hear you today in this class. I hope you have a great night, you have a good night, and I hope to see you tomorrow, okay? Well, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Good job, teacher.
Thank you. You're welcome, guys.
Night.